Tony, year six. Explain the difference between year one and year six as you sit there.
Chalk and cheese, simple as that. Year one, I was thinking about it the other day. It was, I think, July 2011. We took the club on. You were there. We had a forum at the university, and we were laughing and joking about would anybody turn up. It was pretty full. And the challenges we were faced with then were we'd sold 750 season tickets at the time. Were we going to honour those season tickets? The club was going to be struggling all season because of that. But we did. And if you look to where we've progressed to in the start of year six, then chalk and cheese to me, absolutely. You know, there's no comparison to where we were then to where we are today.
Explain those differences to the mere mortal then who's looking on and just sees the product on the ice. What are those differences?
The differences, we talk about changes and culture changes, and I know I've taken some stick from some fans who are enthusiastic, like all fans are. They want to see the changes come overnight. Good changes don't come overnight. They take time to get there. Changes on the ice and off the ice don't happen instantly. You know, we can talk about them, and maybe some clubs do bang the drum and shout about the changes and put them in straight away, but the good changes take time to implement. And we've had a culture change in Sheffield. You know, when I first took over, the culture from top to bottom was casual, relaxed, and it was a fun business. I'd like to say it's still a fun business, but there's a lot more professionalism in the organisation. You must see it. You know, you're 25 years into this, and you must see the difference every day of the week, because we're busy. It's a 24/7 job that I've said many times, never goes away. Doesn't matter what time you wake up. There's messages to deal with. There's phone calls to handle and emails, and the change is just so significant. You know, off the ice, we have total professionalism now. People ask where the culture change was. Well, ask any player who's come back for year 3 or 4, the difference from when they started under the new Steelers organisation to now, and they'll tell you that there's no comparison.
Let's start then with coaches. You're on your 4th one. He's only just left the room, but he has made a difference, and it wasn't necessarily the results, and you said that when you appointed Paul. It was more about the culture change, and I think the relationship between owner and coach is vitally important. And it is a good relationship that the two of you have.
Yeah, the relationship. I've always had a good relationship with my coaches. You know, I like Ryan. I thought he was a great guy. I like Doug and G. You know, and I think the problem in Sheffield is that I'm always striving to be the best. That's something that needs to sort of be hammered home all the time. We can't afford to take prisoners in Sheffield. I thought the previous coaches did jobs, some of them to the best of their ability. Others could have given us a bit more. But, you know, what's past is past, and I don't want to rake up the past. We move on. You know, Manchester United signed Mourinho recently. That's a controversial decision. Sheffield signed Paul Thompson. Any comparison? We talk about Steelers being the Manchester United of hockey in the UK, and I believe in Paul Thompson. I've said it many times. We got the best coach in the market. They're probably more experienced coaches than Paul, but for our business in the UK right now, Paul's by far and away the best fit for me.
Are you happy with what he's done this summer then? Because we've just concluded the signings, and Andreas Valdic comes in as our last signing. You, like me, like everybody else in the office, we all get excited when Paul mentions a name. But what are your feelings as we go into this new year then?
I'm excited. Every fan in Sheffield should be excited. And it's the best kept secret in Sheffield, and the fans who don't even know they're going to be hockey fans next year should be excited, because I'm looking at a team right now on the board there that we've built up over the last 4 months, 5 months, and it's grown and grown from the players that we brought back, the core that we thought was good enough to stay for another season with Steelers. But some of the new guys, you know, we talk about the first, second and third and fourth line. There are no lines in Steelers next year, because any one of those lines could be first line in almost any other club in the league. So for me, the excitement of signing Valdic last night, the way we had to chase some players to get them to commit, because England, Great Britain is seen as maybe not the best league in the world. I think they're wrong. You know, I think the GB setup now and the league, the elite league itself, is probably surpassing some of the bigger leagues in Europe right now. We might not be there on the money side of it, but I'll tell you something, some of these guys are going to wonder what they've come to in 3 weeks' time, because Sheffield is as good as any team in Europe right now in professionalism.
And has that excitement transferred itself off the ice? Have you seen an increase in season tickets? Have you seen an increase commercially in awareness?
Yes. Commercially, obviously, we brought Mike O'Connor back 4 years ago now to run the commercial side for us, and Mike's made an impact, well, as we always knew he would. There were people who said taking a local businessman on and running the Steelers locally would help. It has. We get a lot of local businesses contacting us saying, can I do something with the Steelers? The danger there is once they ask if they can do something with the Steelers, they become Steeler fans and sponsors forevermore. We don't lose many sponsors. There's some that come to the end of an agreement and they move on to other things. That's a commercial plan that they've got in place. But the vast majority stay. Sponsorship is at an all-time high. Season tickets are at an all-time high. We are now almost 4 times higher than when we took over the club with 750, different season tickets that needed paying for. So everything's going in the right direction. We were, as I said many times, a club on its knees. We've proved over the last 2 or 3 seasons that we can win championships or trophies, and that to me is the start of where we want to be. What's to come, who knows? I'm so excited about this year's team.
Whatever subject matter we discuss, it normally turns around to bums on seats. What's going to attract more bums on seats? And even though season tickets are increased, the garden looks rosy, there's a continual pressure, isn't there, to backfill and to ensure that new fans come and watch this team next year.
Yeah, and it's the same in any sport, any business. You want more business, and our business is bums on seats. But it's working. We hit an average of 6,000 last year. I want to get to 6.5. I'd love to get to 7. Did I ever think the arena would sell out any other day but Boxing Day? Never in a million years. And in March this year, we saw the arena sell out for the Nottingham game. And to me, that was a significant step forward in the sort of future for the Steelers, because we've proved we can sell that arena out on pure hockey. Not all the family coming together for Christmas and doing the annual Christmas event at Steelers. We saw fans come out in March to watch Steelers versus Panthers, and we couldn't get another body in that arena. It was sold out hours before the event, and I think we'll do it again 2 or 3 times this season, because I think the fans, once they see the quality of this team and the speed of this team, we're getting to where we want to be. We're putting a quality product on the ice that will put bums on seats.
The only way you get a quality product is if the other team coming in are quality as well. It's good for the Steelers that Belfast are as strong as Cardiff, as Braehead, as Nottingham, as Coventry. It's not just the Steelers that are improving, it's the whole league, isn't it?
It's across the board. But, the guys who own the clubs and the guys who run the clubs in this league are good businessmen. And we have a structure now that's working well. We are 10 teams. We are 10 people around that board table. We make sensible commercial decisions and that can better the league. We saw for the first time this year the playoff weekends sell out in advance. Not happened before. And again, quality of the product. Everybody's improving. Is it because they want to win the title? Of course it is. But they also want to make sure they stay in the race all season. And even some of the smaller clubs are making some big signings, because they, like the rest of us, know that bums on seats is what really counts. And if you put a quality product on the ice, fans will come and watch it.